hello. How are we doing on this delightful Thursday? Delightful Thursday. For anybody who's a big sports fan, happy beginning of NFL season. Very exciting time. We have, as always, a quick little hit workout for you today. We are just going to be focusing on the back. So all 4 exercises are going to be body weight exercises that focus on the back, because the back is a very tricky thing to target when you are using just your body. So 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest, 3 laps, 12 minutes, you're done, except for, as always, you will do a quick little warm-up beforehand and a little bit of a stretch afterwards. But either way, under 15.
Yeah. All right, guys, so if you're ready, we're just going to get right into it. Okay. We're going to have Rob lie down on facing down, and we're going to start with the first exercise, which is going to be a combination of a Superman with the press up, okay? Okay, 2, 1, awesome. So the Superman, notice that Rob is extending his arm out, he's lifting his feet slightly off the ground, firing up the glutes, and then he's going to bring his hands by his chest, press up to the top of the push-up position, slowly with control lower himself down, keep the chest lifted as he extends his arms out, and then again pulls it down, hands by his chest, nice strong push to the top of the push-up position, back down. So really focus on lengthening, reaching forward. Imagine that you're pulling something down as you pull your elbows down to the side of your torso. Nice strong press up, and then coming back down. Now if you need to modify this, you can do the press up part on your knees rather than your toes. Okay, as long as your back stays nice and neutral, abs are tight, head is in line with the spine, and we're done and done. Now, easy. All right, so now we're doing plank rows. Okay, we did a little bit of a push. We're gonna do some pull. So you're at the top of the push-up position. Okay, hands in line with the shoulders. Body is nice, straight line. And then we're gonna do a single arm row, alternating right, left. Okay, so notice how Rob is lifting his elbow up towards the sky, but he's keeping his shoulders and his hips parallel to the ground in nice straight line. So he's not letting his pelvis rotate in the process. He's really focusing on keeping those hips parallel to the ground, abs engaged, nice and strong, and going really, really slowly with control, okay? So resistance training becomes way more effective if you slow it down, especially if you're doing body weight type of exercises, okay? So you're really focusing on squeezing the muscles in between the shoulder blades on that left. Nice, slow, controlled, nice exhale on the left, inhale down. Now feet together, it's going to be harder. Feet further apart, increased base of support, makes it a bit easier. Okay, good. Number 3, we're doing Black Widow. And I'm glad you asked what that is. Okay, so lying down on your back, you're going to support your elbows by your torso. Okay, and when you're ready, you're just going to push your elbows into the ground as you lift your chest up, keeping your head in line with your spine. See, Bruce is very excited about this exercise, okay? So this is a great way of really hitting your back muscles without weights, okay? So again, you're lifting the chest up, really focusing on pulling the shoulder blades together, pressing those elbows into the ground, so you're not pulling on the chin. The chest is the one that kind of directs the movement. Really pressing those elbows in as you lift that chest up, head in line with the spine. Good, abs engaged, slow control. Notice how Rob is going slowly on the way up. He's pausing at the top, and then nice and slow on the way down. Okay, the slower you do this, the more effective this will become. Awesome, all right, almost done. Last exercise, we're doing sexy back push-ups.
Oh dear Lord.
Okay, so we're gonna throw in some shoulders in the back into a regular standard push-up by combining a downward dog with a cobra style push-up. Okay, so you're at the in a downward dog position. You're gonna bend your elbows and slide yourself down nice and low into an upward facing dog, and then you're gonna reverse that movement, so the hips are leading the movement back to the top of that downward dog, and then repeat. Okay, nice slow control. Now if you're still working on this movement, because it is an advanced movement, you can go down, forward, okay, and then just shoot your bum up in the air straight into downward dog, okay, and then repeat. Good. So you're trying to really concentrate on a nice deep range of motion here. Get as low as you can to really challenge your back here. Nice full extension, top of the head to the ceiling, and then again the hips are leading that movement on the way back. Good, awesome, done and done.
Oh my gosh.
That was easy.
That was an absolute delight.
Okay,
All right.
now I get to experience it.
Yes. All right, so as always, lap 2, more familiar with the movement. So you should find ways of challenging yourself. It's again, nice and control, like Dee said. Really visualize yourself pulling something, literally pull an imaginary bar. Think of yourself as like lying down and doing a pull-up. It's the exact same muscle, so really pull and squeeze those shoulder blades. Then drive those hands. Your fingers should be apart, nice and wide. Grip the floor with all 5 fingertips. Squeeze your abs and your butt. Then shove the floor away. So there's a lot going on here because you're using a lot of muscles, especially in your core. So cues, hands, abs, butt, push. And once again, you can go from your knees if you need to, but your whole body should lift in one fluid motion, whether from your knees or your toes. Right, plank row. So once again, we're getting ourselves stacked. Remember, a little bit wider feet, a little bit more support. The closer, the more your abs are going to work, but you have to stop the hip rocking. We don't want any Shakira, more Celine Dion. I don't know what that means. All right, so nice pull, squeeze at the top. So what Dee's doing is she's really squeezing her shoulder blade here, and it sounds weird, but she's actually lowering her arm by releasing her shoulder blade. She's not letting her arm drop. She's letting her back lower the arm. And once again, you can go from your knees as well. The whole time, once again, abs are being squeezed, butt is being squeezed. Nice straight line, wrist to shoulder. You don't want to get those wrists too far ahead of you. You really want to have those arms planted in the ground to really bring in the upper body, to really force a lot more muscles to work. So we'll be going to that Black Widow lying on our back. So you're gonna have your elbows like so. As Dee's lying there, her elbows are like this, kind of like where I'm positioned right now. So it's about 45 degrees right there. And she's gonna drive those elbows in, squeeze those shoulder blades as she lifts her upper body. She's gonna hold for a second at the top, and then that nice slow release, resisting gravity on the way down. So every time, you don't want to do this fast at all. So when Dee gets back down to the ground, she's going to pause for a second, make sure she's got good connection with her elbows into the ground, and then press and lift. So take advantage of that small little break to really think about your cues and think about your form. It shouldn't just be going up and down, because that's when momentum takes in. That's when we start bouncing. That's when we stop engaging the muscles we want to work. All right, so you got about another 3 seconds. There we go. She's gonna roll on over and she's gonna do those sexy back push-ups. You're really on the way down, or sorry, on the way back up, you really wanna push those hands through the ground to help shift that butt back up again. So she's arching herself down, looking up nice and high. She's gonna slowly lower herself and then drive those hands and press herself back up with that butt. That starting position, and then once again, remember, if this is a little bit too much, just do your downward dog and then just bring your butt right back up and get yourself set. Think about your cues again. Once again, anytime you have your hands on the ground in a high plank, in this position, pike position, or whatever, you should be gripping the floor with those hands. All right, 10 more seconds, slow and control as well. It's all about quality, not quantity. 3, 2, 1.
Woo. All right, one more round.
Yeah.
And Rob gets to do it.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Oh.
Okay. All right, guys, so back to the top. Okay, last time through, we're doing those Supermans with the press up. So remember, you can do your press ups from your toes or from your knees, especially if you're starting to fatigue. If you're noticing your back is starting to arch, definitely go down on your knees. Okay, it's all about building strength. It's all about progress. You're gonna be smart about it. Make sure the form always is there. Okay, nice slow control. Now, if you're looking for a little bit more challenge, okay, you can do your press ups with one leg up in the air. So you're firing up the glute here, nice slow controlled, and you would just alternate which leg you're lifting on that press up. Totally optional. It's only if you're really wanting to take it to a whole new level here. Nice slow controlled. Good. Deep breaths, really pull down. Nice. All right, done and done. Plank rows, so top of the push-up position, okay? So you wanna make sure your hands are in line with the shoulders at all times. back stays neutral. And again, feet wider is easier, feet closer together will be harder for your core, and to modify, you do this on your knees, okay? But either way, it's nice, slow control lift, really squeezing the muscles in between the shoulder blades together on that lift. And notice how Rob is going nice and slow on the way down. So he's not just dropping his arm, he's kind of fighting the gravity on the way down a little bit.
F you, gravity.
That's it. Okay, you've got 20 more seconds, nice and slow. Exhale on that lift. Abs are tight the entire time. Keep your glutes engaged. Head stays in line with the spine. Good. And we have 10 seconds to go. We're almost there. Nice deep breaths. So as you're probably feeling it already, doing back type exercises can be very effective, body weight type, if you do it slowly, if you do it with control, and if you do it properly.
That's the key
You don't
word.
need much.
Properly.
All right, black widow. So elbows pressed into the ground. Once again, slightly away from your body, and you're pressing those elbows in as you lift the chest, really concentrating on pulling those shoulder blades together. That head stays in line with the spine. So tricky part here is you're going to have a tendency of pulling with your neck. So really focus and think about lifting with the chest as you're pressing the elbows into the ground, firing up those back muscles. And we have 20 seconds here. So nice strong pause, super slowly on the way down. Once again, you're gonna try to fight that gravity to make this way more effective. Okay, we're almost done. 10 seconds. Last couple of reps here. Nice deep breaths. Good. And 3, 2, 1, done. All right, sexy butt push-ups, and then we're good to go. Unless you want to keep going.
Exactly. You're more than encouraged to keep on going. Don't let us stop you.
No. All right, last 45 seconds, guys. So, downward dog. Nice deep movement as you come down, then fully extending those arms as you go into an upward facing dog, and then reversing that movement, shooting those hips up towards the sky. Think about really lengthening your spine the entire time here. Nice. And shooting those hips up, good. Full extension. Nice. Slow, deep breaths. So this is a very advanced movement. Once again, take your time. And if you need to modify, you're just going to shoot your bum right straight back up to a starting position. So sometimes a good thing to imagine is that you're sliding your body underneath a low bar. You're kind of trying to fit under, and then do the same thing when you're reversing that movement. And one more, let's finish this off. And we're done. Okay? So just a sample of the fact that you don't really need a lot of time, nor do you need a lot of heavy equipment to really efficiently hit your posterior chain and your back muscles.
Or space. We were literally inside your phone the whole time.
That's it. Like, okay? So, no excuses. Thanks for joining us, guys. Okay, we'll be posting that later on our Instagram account.
Yep.
Check out our YouTube channel.
Yep. Linktree. Check it out. Check out all the goodies on the Linktree.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for the hangout.